What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Flames back at it again with another video. Today, about to be reading Leviticus chapter 11 and 12. Without further ado, let's get right to it, man. Chapter 11, Clean and Unclean Animals. And the Lord spoke to Moses and Aaron, saying to them, Speak to the people of Israel, saying, These are the living things that you may eat among all the animals that are on the earth. Whatever parts of the hoof and is cloven-footed and chews the cud, among the animals you may eat. Nevertheless, among those that chew the cud or part of the hoof, you shall not eat these. The camel, because it chews the cud but does not part the hoof, is unclean to you. And the rock badger, because it chews the cud and is not part of the hoof, is unclean to you. And the hare, because it chews the cud but is not part of the hoof, and is unclean to you. And the pig, because parts of its hoof and it's cloven footed but does not chew the cud, is unclean to you. So I believe you're able to eat stuff like this now. Due to um I'm not sure why. That's a great question. I'm gonna look this up. It says Mark 7:18 to 19. Jesus approached the Pharisees regarding clean and unclean food, saying that what goes into the person from the outside cannot defile them, because it enters the stomach, not the heart. And thus he declared, Mark adds, thus he declared all foods clean. So I guess Jesus was just establishing a new covenant. Um, I mean, yeah, I eat bacon, so I don't know. Um, you shall not eat any of their flesh, and you shall not touch their carcasses; they are unclean to you. These you may eat, all of everything that are in the waters, everything in the waters that is fins and scales, whether in the seas or in the rivers, you may eat. But anything in the seas or the rivers that does not have fins or scales, of the swimming creatures in the waters, and the living creatures that are in the waters, is detestable to you. You shall regard them as detestable. You shall not eat any of their flesh, and you shall detest their carcasses. Everything in the waters that does not have fins and scales is detestable to you. And those you shall detest among the birds. They shall not be eaten. They are detestable: the eagle, the bearded vulture, the black vulture, kite, the falcon of any kind, any raven of any kind, the ostrich, the nighthawk, the seagull, the hawk of any kind, the little owl, the cormorant, the short-eared owl, the barn owl, the tawny owl, carrion vulture, the stork, the heron of any kind, the hope and the bat. All winged insects that go on all fours are detestable to you. Yet among the winged insects that go on all fours, you may eat those that have jointed legs above their feet, or with which to hop on the ground. If any of them may eat, the lotus of any kind, the bald locust of any kind, the cricket of any kind, the grasshopper of any kind, but all the other winged insects that have 4 feet are detestable to you, and by these you shall become unclean. Whoever touches their carcass shall be unclean until the evening. Whoever carries any part of their carcass shall wash his clothes and be unclean until the evening. Every animal that parts the hoof but is not cloven-footed or does not chew the cud is unclean to you. Anyone who touches them shall be unclean. And all that walk on their paws among the animals that go on all fours are unclean to you. Whoever touches their carcass shall be unclean until the evening. And he who carries their carcass should wash his clothes and be unclean to the evening. They are unclean to you. And these are unclean to you among the swarming things that swarm on the ground: the mole rat, the mouse, the great lizard of any kind, the gecko, the monitor lizard, the sand lizard, and the charmeleon. These are unclean among you, among all that swarm. Whoever touches them, when they are dead, shall be unclean until the evening. At any and anything on which any of them falls, when they are dead, shall be unclean. whether it is an article of wood, or a garment, or a skin, or a sack, or an article that is used for any purpose, it shall be put into water, and it shall be unclean until the evening. Then it shall be clean. And if any of them falls into an earthenware vessel, all that is in it shall be unclean. You shall break it. Any food in it that could be eaten, on which water comes, shall be unclean. And all drink that could be drunk from every such vessel shall be unclean. And everything on which any part of their carcass falls shall be unclean. Whether oven or stove, it shall be broken in pieces. They are unclean, and shall remain unclean for you. Nevertheless, a spring or a cistern holding water shall be clean. Ah, I'm here, my mouth. Sorry, guys. Um, I lost my. What the heck? I lost my page. Um, and everything on whether oven or stove, it shall be broken in pieces. They are unclean and shall remain unclean for you. Nevertheless, a spring or a cistern holding water shall be clean. But whoever touches the carcass in them shall be unclean. And if any part of the carcass falls upon any seed grain that is to be sown, it is clean. But if water is to put on the seed, and any part of their carcass falls on it, it is unclean to you. And if any animal which you may eat dies, whoever touches its carcass shall be unclean until the evening, and whoever eats of the carcass shall wash his clothes and be unclean until the evening. And whoever carries the carcass shall wash his clothes and be unclean until the evening. Every swarming thing that swarms the ground is detestable. It shall not be eaten. Whatever goes on its belly, and whatever goes on all fours, or whatever has many feet, any swarming thing that swarms on the ground you shall not eat, for they are detestable. You shall not make yourself detestable with any swarming thing that swarms, and you shall not defile yourselves with them, and become unclean through them. For I am the Lord your God. Concentrate yourselves therefore, and be holy, for I am holy. You shall not defile yourselves with any swarming thing that crawls on the ground, for I am the Lord who brought you up out of the land of Egypt to be your God. You shall therefore be holy, for I am holy. This is the law about beast and bird, and every living creature that moves through the waters, and every creature that swarms on the ground, to make a distinction between the unclean and the clean, between the living creature that may be eaten and the living creature that may not be eaten. Purification after childbirth. The Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the people of Israel, saying, If a woman conceives and bears a male child, then she shall be unclean 7 days. As at the time of her menstruation she shall be unclean. And on the 8th day the flesh of his foreskin shall be circumcised. And she shall continue for 33 days in the blood of her purifying. She shall not touch anything holy, nor come into the sanctuary until the days of her purifying are completed. But if she bears a female child, then she shall be unclean 2 weeks, as in her menstruation. And she shall continue in the blood of her purifying for 66 days. And when the days of her purifying are completed, whether for a son or for a daughter, she shall bring to the priest at the entrance of the tent of meeting a lamb a year old for a burnt offering, and a pigeon or a turtle dove for a sin offering. And he shall offer it before the Lord and make atonement for her. Then she shall be clean from the flow of her blood. This is the law for her who bears a child, either male or female. And if she cannot afford a lamb, then she shall take 2 turtle doves or 2 pigeons, one for a burnt offering and the other for a sin offering. And the priest shall make atonement for her, and she shall be clean. Okay, that's it for today's video. Chapters 11 and 12 of Leviticus. Tomorrow we're about to get into chapter 13, chapter 14. Um, looking like we are. Let's see. There are 27 chapters of Leviticus, so as of tomorrow, we'll be pretty much halfway done with the book. But yeah, I appreciate y'all for watching. I'm gonna catch y'all tomorrow. Love y'all. Peace.